Hello, good morning, guys. It's very early in the morning, and this is Media Smart Guy. And the time now is 5:49 a.m. Just recently, it changed to 5:50 a.m. And today is April 21, Wednesday, here in Cebu City, Philippines. In the Philippine News again, in the Philippine News Agency, the official news agency of the Philippine government. So, Philippine Presidential Communication in Malacanang, Philippines. So, the headline is PH Philippines to hold clinical trials on the use of Ivermectin. So, that is April 20, 2021, 11:28 by Maria Cristina Arayata. So that's an Ivermectin 50 milligram capsule container. Now, it says, the country is set to conduct clinical trials on the use of anti-parasitic drug Ivermectin in a bid to find treatments for coronavirus disease 2019, COVID-19. So, in a tape meeting with President Rodrigo Duterte aired late Monday, Department of Science and Technology Secretary Fortunato de la Peña said that the clinical trial may take around 6 months, but this could be shorter if there would be many volunteers. So de la Peña said he and Health Secretary Francisco Duque III decided to hold the clinical trials and are eyeing the quarantine centers near the Philippine General Hospital as a venue. So, in other words, there has been already a meeting of the minds, meaning they have already agreed that there will be a clinical trial of the use of Ivermectin for COVID-19 here in our country, the Philippines. And they are just eyeing which location, and their first idea or priority is the Philippine General Hospital, one of the biggest public hospitals here in the Philippines, as one of the venues. Okay, so of course they are referring to the quarantine centers near the Philippine General Hospital. Okay, so the news further says that the Department of Health has allocated funds for general trials to be led by Dr. Eileen Wang of the University of Philippines, Manila. Okay. Now, de la Peña compared Ivermectin clinical trial to the ongoing clinical trial on the efficacy of virgin coconut oil as an adjunct therapy for COVID-19. So, I think there has also other clinical trials. Like in the Philippines, you also have clinical trials like for virgin coconut oil for the as an adjunct therapy for COVID-19. Also, clinical trial on Lagundi as an adjunct drug for COVID-19, meaning for mild. While this Ivermectin is really eyed to be one of the major drug for COVID-19 to kill the COVID-19 virus. Now, okay. Also, it is noted that in this article that early this month, in early April, the Food and Drug Administration has granted compassionate special permit for a hospital's use of Ivermectin, which had been earlier approved only for animal use to prevent heartworm disease and treat parasite infections. So, supposedly, it is not used for humans. Okay, it is used for animals to prevent heartworm disease or worms of animals, especially horses, and also to treat parasite infections of animals. The the Food and Drug Administration of the Philippines, in other words, this is the national regulatory body of the Philippines, granting the use of medications and drugs, has given a special compassionate permit for only a particular hospital to use for the use of ivermectin. Even with the granting of the compassionate special permit, the DOH warned that the distribution and promotion of ivermectin as treatment for coronavirus in humans is a violation of law. So take note, even though ivermectin has already been given a compassionate special permit for a particular hospital, still other persons or other institutions aside from that hospital which was given the special compassionate special permit, it is still against the law or violation of the law to distribute and promote ivermectin as treatment for coronavirus or COVID-19 in humans. So still, that is the bottom line of the issue in the Philippines. It is still against the law to distribute and promote ivermectin for COVID-19. Okay? It is not yet granted to other individuals or other institutions. That should be emphasized for everybody, because some would have the idea that since it has already been given a go signal for use in a particular hospital, granted with the compassionate special permit, that other individuals or other hospitals may use ivermectin, and other doctors, private doctors, may have the wrong idea, that ivermectin is legally permitted to be used for COVID-19 as treatment here in the Philippines, aside from that particular hospital given the compassionate special permit. Then that is the wrong idea, because it is, as what is said, to quote, even with the granting of a compassionate special permit, the DOH warned that the distribution and promotion of ivermectin as a treatment for coronavirus in humans is a violation of law. Okay. Now, what is this drug all about? Let's check. Just a very short idea of what is ivermectin. Okay. As we try to Google, you can find it is said ivermectin. In Wikipedia, it says ivermectin is a medication used to treat many types of parasite infections in humans. This includes head lice, scabies, river blindness, strongyloidiasis, trichuriasis, ascariasis, lymphatic filariasis. In veterinary medicine, it is used to prevent and treat heartworm and ascariasis. Okay, so trade name, it could be named STROMECTOL, Solantras, Skilice, and other trade or brand names. So to sum it, ivermectin is not an antiviral medicine. It is an anti-parasitic drug. It's for parasites. It's for worms. Both for specifically more for animals, and sometimes in a limited use for some humans in some countries. Okay? So, but basically, when you're talking about ivermectin, it is for parasitic roundworm infections and parasites or heartworms. Okay. So let me check. Other Other news today regarding ivermectin is that, okay, let's see. FDA says that under Inquirer.net in their publication just 7 hours ago, so that would be around 7 hours ago. That would be around 10 o'clock last night, April 20 or 10 p.m. So 7 hours ago. It says, so this is ivermectin. To use or not to use, so a number of physicians swear by the effectiveness of ivermectin, an anti-parasitic drug commercially available only for veterinary use as a treatment for preventive medicine against COVID-19. Okay? But Food and Drug Administration maintains there are procedures to be followed, and including clinical trials before the drug could be allowed for distribution. So, again, it says it was President Rodrigo Duterte himself who ordered the conduct of clinical trials for anti-parasitic drug ivermectin as COVID-19 treatment. The Food and Drug Administration bared Tuesday. So, to quote the FDA Director General Eric Domingos said in a television televised briefing when asked on the clinical trials of ivermectin for COVID-19 treatment, si Presidente po mismo ang nag-utos noong Huwebes sa DOST, Department of Science and Technology, at DOH, Department of Health na aralin. So in other words, in English, the President himself ordered last Tuesday to DOST and the DOH to study it. Of course, so it's already a go to conduct the clinical trials, as also confirmed by the news report from the Philippine News Agency. So that's it, guys. I hope you have read, understood, and get some ideas on what is the updates on ivermectin. So again, as a conclusion, as of today, you cannot use ivermectin just casually, either for self-medication or to prescribe or use to your patients, because as what has been said by the by the Philippine News Agency and as reflected by the DOH, it is still not yet allowed to use ivermectin. It is still a violation of law to use ivermectin for your patients in treatment of COVID-19. Okay, only the hospital that was given compassionate special permit can use ivermectin for the treatment of COVID-19 as of today. Okay, so only those for clinical trials, not yet allowed or authorized by the Department of Health or the Food and Drug Administration to use ivermectin for the public in treatment of COVID-19. Although you can buy, you can have prescriptions for ivermectin, because ivermectin can be bought in the market, but you should not use it for off-the-label indications. Off-label. When you say off-label indications, meaning the indication for the drug, or it was prescribed, like for example, ivermectin is prescribed for parasites, and it is authorized by the Food and Drug Administration and Department of Health for use for persons or even animals, but it's only for parasites and anti-parasitic and worms. You cannot use it for COVID-19 unless there is authority from FDA, Food and Drug Administration. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day, and if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you would like, please subscribe to this channel, Media Smart Guy. Thank you. Have a nice day. Peace.